Drake Maye's 4 interceptions yesterday, so this is where we're going to begin. We got to this in the middle of the program yesterday, and we'll pick it up today. Patriots impressions from yesterday, Maye's day, anything else from those practices. I also watched the Forged in Foxborough, the full hour and 20-minute premiere episode. I watched it so you didn't have to.
How long did it feel like?
It took me 3 days. I swear to God.
I bet.
It took me 3. Today's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
I just finished it this morning. So I started on Monday with an idea of we can use this on Monday. And I just finished it this morning.
It's just that interminable, huh?
I mean,
Is it painful?
It's painful because of the length. This is a condition that has befallen all modern art. I want to say movies for sure, TV shows. People have forgotten the actual work involves the editing. It's just because it's longer doesn't mean you've put more work into it. In fact, it's just the opposite. The longer it is means the less work you've put into it. The work and the time and the hard choices is in paring it down. That's the work. That's the hard part. Editing it. If you just put on film everything that you taped, that doesn't take anything. It's like the modern podcast. Just sit there with your feet up on a desk for 3 hours and run your mouth. That doesn't take anything. This is much harder.
Yeah, we just have to do it in 15-minute bursts.
Doing it in 7-minute increments.
Maybe 10.
And trying to have the best stuff for you as opposed to just going diarrhea for 3 hours.
I prefer diarrhea.
But that's what the modern podcast is. That's what modern movies are. You have to edit the thing.
Like the Brutalist.
Oh, my God.
Which was brutal.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, God, never mind.
The Forged in Foxborough, hour and 16 minutes or something.
That thing should be 30 minutes tops.
How many episodes are they doing?
Oh, I don't know.
It's all season long, I'm sure.
Oh, do we begin with like the Big Bang? And when dinosaurs roamed the earth? I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, they're going back to the Fairbanks years.
I do wonder if they're going to show Drake Maye throwing 4 interceptions on 6 attempts.
Good question. So listen, I will have a more thorough review and takeaways from Forged in Foxborough coming up later in the show. The 4 interceptions from Drake Maye, Chris Gasper looked at it and said, I saw a kid trying to learn a new offense. And to me, that's sort of the question. The 4 interceptions from Drake Maye obviously don't matter. But they matter in the context of, well, they practiced yesterday and we react to it. So in that context, are you more worried about Drake Maye in a vacuum and his turnovers or the Patriots and what's around him?
B.
Yeah, I think B for me, too. I don't love A, but if, I think I would choose B.
100% it's B for me.
Yeah, and when I say B, I mean B in terms of the whole process with him. Like, again, because this whole thing of changing coaches and coordinators and offenses in year 2 means that he is now lined up to start all over again. The rewind sound effect that Jimmy plays, well, that's sort of what they did with Drake Maye. They rewound the whole thing back to square one. He starts over. And that thing you read yesterday that Greg Bedard wrote in Boston Sports Journal about how he's patting the ball again, or the hitch is what he called it. The hitch that Drake Maye, we hadn't heard about that since the beginning of camp last year.
As Greg writes, probably my bigger issue, other than the 4 interceptions with Maye, was that his hitch was back and pronounced. And he was guiding the ball and not letting it rip. But he was sharper in the second and final competitive team period, and he's just starting to learn a new offense. He's not going to play faster for a while. Sort of looked like Maye early last training camp, and then we all know it clicked for him, and he continued to climb.
So this concerned me because, again, that is literally taking him back and saying, okay, they call it reclassing now, but repeating the year in school. That's effectively what they're doing with him. And as soon as that hitch showed up, and I read that, I went, uh-oh, well, here you go, back to square one. So this, to me now, the question I have with it is, what does it mean for his progress? Does this mean that the year 2 jump now isn't going to come until year 3 because they reset year 1? Like, how long is this going to take and how far back have they set it? They have, like, I'm going off rail here, but They have effed up the last couple of years so bad that this is what it is. They're now starting over again. We feel better about it this time. But now they're doing it to Drake Maye. That's not good.
I don't care what he's surrounded by. You don't get an extra year of, he's surrounded by crap. No. Sophomore year. There's got to be a jump here.
Okay.
I don't care what's surrounding you.
So you have a different horse in this race. Because you've got a thing about Drake Maye. You've got a thing about Jaden Daniels and them winning that game, costing you Jaden Daniels, and so you're committed here.
That's correct. Yeah,
so
I will admit to that. Yes.
So you're concerned about where we placing the blame, and, again, just because you want to be right, you don't want Drake Maye to be the guy.
No, don't put words in my mouth. I have concerns about Drake Maye.
No. But
it'd be nice if he's the guy.
It's okay. People ask all the time, who do you root for? Who's your favorite team? And I would say the Packers but it's not really. What I really root for is me.
Oh, same. Yeah.
For me to be right. And it's okay.
Yeah.
So in the context of Drake Maye, that's your thing.
I got to play it up and get some gym gear, it's like a big J.
You got a logo.
Yeah.
A big J, quite literally. So
he may suck.
Yeah.
Well, but okay. So you want it to be Drake Maye's fault and not the team's fault. To me, I don't care which. Is this what's going to happen? Are they going to set him back?
Right.
Is it we've hit pause on his development, and now he's got to take 2 steps back to take a step forward, and that kind of sucks. And that's really what I think it more is than him himself until I have a larger sample, because I think the physical tools are definitely there. And it's going to be hard for any quarterback to 2 years, 2 coaches, 2 offensive coordinators, 2 playbooks, 2 languages, 2 totally different systems. I mean, that's what they're doing to him. And, oh, by the way, the second guy has a reputation for laying it on a little too thick, meaning Josh McDaniels' system is a complicated system.
Definitely.
And it's a lot of receivers came in here and had a hard time picking it up. And Josh McDaniels does a lot of things. It's multiple, and the receivers have to see what the quarterback sees in real time, and sometimes it's going to be the zone running thing. Sometimes it's going to be the classical power thing. They're doing both. They did both yesterday. There's a ton of stuff out there. So is Josh McDaniels the right guy to implement this thing with Drake Maye? Are we convinced of that?
No.
It's better than what they had last year, though.
Yeah, look, now I will say this, that, because I know Curran and Tom Curran and Phil Perry talked about this on their podcast, and I think there is some truth, and even the midday guys were talking about it. The whole idea of, in the past, we would come in and say we question the offensive coordinator, just his credentials. I don't, for the first time in however many years, I'm not questioning the credentials of the Patriots offensive coordinator. But the fit, which is what you're talking about, the fit with McDaniels and Drake Maye, absolutely you should worry about that. Talking about a guy with years and years and years of experience, having worked with the best quarterback in the history of the game, and what they were able to do together in terms of complexity, now having to go back to, again, kindergarten type of learning. So is that the best fit in the world? I don't know. I hope. He did it with Mac Jones just a few years ago, and it worked reasonably well. So that's a good sign. But is it a concern for me? Yes, the whole thing's a concern.
Yeah, whether it's the coaching, the offensive line, what he's surrounded by. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing. I don't know how you can feel completely good about it. I'm trying to be positive about it. I don't know how you can't be with the new coaching regime and some added players here and there. But it's certainly still an unknown.
Chad Graff in The Athletic wrote in his training camp impressions, the rusty performance from Drake Maye. We're not here to put much stock into one Maye practice when hitting isn't allowed. But there's little sugarcoating that Tuesday wasn't a great performance from Maye as he looks to master this new Josh McDaniels offense. He was intercepted 4 times on 16 passes. All 4 picks came during an early stretch of practices and occurred over the course of 6 passes. It was ugly, he writes. 3 of the throws were outright misses, and one of them came on a batted pass on a throw that was behind the intended receiver. But such is life in the spring. Defenses tend to be ahead of offenses. Maye is learning a new scheme. Do the struggles of Tuesday matter or signal what's to come during the season? Nope. Just like a great performance next week won't be a sign that Maye is destined for an incredible season. I like to hold Chad Graff and all the reporters down there to that when Drake Maye does have a big day at camp. where they immediately say, does this mean anything? Nope. Do you think they'll do that?
Yeah, right.
No, my answer would be nope.
Or when Drake Maye has a big day, are they going to do what we've gotten from Christian? Do I hear anyone writing off of yesterday? Christian Gonzalez had 2 of the interceptions.
Correct.
I've not heard anyone write, unless I missed it. You can please tell me if I've missed it. I've started to read through all the reporting. Does Christian Gonzalez's 2 interceptions mean that he's primed for a big season? No, it means nothing. He could totally struggle. It's strange how I haven't read that. But I have read this across the board, that these guys report on the 4 interceptions and then immediately say, it obviously means nothing. So which is it, guys? So the 2 interceptions from Christian Gonzalez mean something, but the 4 interceptions from Drake Maye do not. Oh, I got it. I'll go back to just watching Forged in Foxborough and have the Patriots testes dangling over my face. Okay? Because that's what are we doing? It's okay, guy. Everyone's afraid to be the bad guy. It's what it is.
Oh, now more than ever.
I mean, so, you go down there, you
obnoxious.
report he threw 4 interceptions, and I know all the babies, Twitter bitches, barstool bitches on Twitter. Oh, I guess no one wants to hear that. So everyone's afraid just to tell it like it is. He threw 4 interceptions. He didn't look good. What does it mean? We'll find out. It's about as fair as you could be, I think. Or give me the same thing on Christian Gonzalez. He had 2 picks yesterday, looked good, but what does it mean? Nothing. He could totally struggle this year. These things mean nothing. Well, then I would say, why am I sending you down there?
Exactly.
If I were the editor or the people that employed these guys, I'd say, why are you telling me this doesn't mean anything? Why am I sending you? Why do I employ you? Why would I send you to something that doesn't matter? Why would we talk about something that doesn't matter? It's just, I feel this frustration where you can't talk about the struggles, but you can celebrate. And obviously, Christian Gonzalez, his strong start foretells what's coming with Christian Gonzalez, doesn't it? But the 4 interceptions to Drake Maye, that means nothing.
No, not pertinent.
Nope.
No, the next good day he has 11 for 11. The arm looked live, dropping dimes. Oh, okay. So now that means
Get ready for it.
All right.
Big Jim Murray, are you concerned about Drake Maye?
I have questions.
Say it!
Yeah, I am. Yeah, how can you not be? He
you-
had 1 win last year. No comebacks. Bad turnovers. Yes. Yeah, I'm concerned. It's fair to be concerned.
Are you out there concerned? Is it an open question or is it case closed? He's the guy. And yesterday means nothing.